Hi guys. And let me adjust the camera down just a little bit so you're not like looking up at the ceiling. But I was thinking about vlogging today, and I was gonna pick up the camera, and I was like, you know what? I'm on the struggle bus today, and I decided to talk to you guys about it. I say this all the time on my channel. I always have, that this was a hobby for me, but it was also a platform to encourage others and to talk about things that I feel like we as women, we as mothers, we as wives, we as people, not necessarily just women. If you're a male, you can still get things out of this as well. But we don't talk to each other anymore. We don't talk about things. We struggle silently with these things, and it's not okay. And I feel like it's okay to talk about, and that's what I want to do. My hair is like sopping wet, so if it looks wet, that's because it is. Like, it's literally still dripping on me. I'm just waiting for it to dry, but um, I just washed it. And my kiddos, you might hear them, they might barge in. That's okay. This is vlog style, right? So it's super informal, and that's pretty much every video I've ever put up, and that's okay too. But I still wanted to talk to you guys. Um, there was never a truer statement than my shirt right now. But I um, see right now, case in point. Okay, I sent them to clean their room. By the way, these Christmas leggings are so stinking cute. Anyway, I want to talk to you guys about it because I'm struggling. I'm struggling, and that is okay for me to say, and it's okay for me to talk to you guys about it, and it's all the better for me to talk about it with you guys, so that if you're struggling too, or you do down the road, then you know that you're not alone. I feel like there's so much pressure. All these perfect pictures on Instagram, and they're okay. It's okay to stage your pictures for Instagram, and it's okay to get all dolled up before you take a selfie, and those things are okay, but they're not necessary, and that's not the norm. And that's what we've been made to feel and think that the norm is for every person, and it's not. That person didn't wake up like that, okay? That person's kids do not sit there like that all the time. It's just not the way the world works. It is staged for a reason, and it's okay to do that so you can have beautiful pictures and put them on Instagram. That's perfectly okay. But it's not the norm, and that's not the way their life is all the time. It's not cookie cutter and perfect. Perfection is not reality. And I think that we just have this ingrained in our heads. And I think that even those people, you know, even those people, and does this look weird to you because you can only see the tops of my knees? It's like very odd. Those people even say, like, this is not my norm. My house doesn't normally look like this. If you only saw the other side of this camera, you would see that I shoved every piece of crap to the side to take this staged picture of my living room. Like, they tell us that, but still, like, when you're flipping through and that's all you see, it's just in your brain. Well, God, I must be doing something wrong. But I'm going to share with you that I am struggling today. I've been struggling. I've been struggling all week, all month. I don't even know how long. Just a struggle, off and on, a struggle. And I'm going to tell you why, okay? My life is wonderful. I love my life. I really do. I love and am blessed with the ability to stay at home with my 3 children, sometimes 4 when Jaren is here, and homeschool them. Um, I am blessed to be able to do that. I think that is what's best for them. I think it's what's best for our family. It's not exactly what's best for every family, but for ours, I think it is. And I'm blessed to be able to do that. To think that it's what's best and to do it, I am blessed. I am honored to be able to do that. It is my greatest gift. Those children, and I am blessed beyond measure to be able to stay home with them. I love doing it. I am blessed that my husband works his tail off for us. I am blessed with his job so that it provides for us so that I can stay home and gives me that ability. I love it. I would not trade it for the entire universe. I wouldn't on a platter. I would not. So let me just put that disclaimer out there. I love my life. I love my babies. I love my boys. I love every chaotic minute of it. But I'm struggling. I'm struggling because my conversation, my adult conversation is non-existent pretty much. Um, most of my conversations happen with 7 or below humans, 7 or below. Like, that's just the way it is. Most of my time is spent with them. I am with them 110% of the time. I say that because I add that 10% because while most people are let, or have the ability to be unconscious for a few hours, I don't really have that. I never sleep. I don't get to just shut the light off and say, okay, the day is done, we'll restart it tomorrow. No, I have to keep going all throughout the night. I have a 3.5-year-old who, well, I keep saying 3.5, but he'll be 4 in March, so he's closer to 4 than he is 3, but 3.5-year-old who still doesn't sleep. He wakes up twice a night at least. I have, my 11-month-old is sometimes sleeping through the night, not most of the time. He has been sick, so I'm hoping that that's why, and I'm hoping we'll pick back up and do better. But he wakes up once or twice a night, and they interchange with each other. So I have one, then I put him to bed, and then I have the other, and then I put him to bed, and then I have one, and then I have the other. I mean, I never sleep, and I'm the kind of person that if I get woken up, it's really hard for me to shut back down and go to sleep because my adrenaline's pumping, and I'm like, okay, mama, you got to get up and be alert for this child. He needs you to do this, 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 and this. You got to do this. And then once that child is put back to bed, I'm trying to unwind again. It takes forever. And by the time I go back to sleep, the other one's up. So I never get rest, okay? I know that this is just a season in life. It'll pass. But holy heck, that's not an easy thing to deal with from day-to-day life. Like, it's hard. And it's hard. You can't be alert and focused and in the moment and aware like you need to be and appreciating every second when you have no sleep and you're literally a zombie mom, when this is your mantra every single day, because literally if you didn't have coffee you would die because you're so exhausted all the time. I don't have this beautiful the dad comes home and he picks up the mantle kind of thing. That's not our dynamic. First of all, my husband works 60 to 70 hours a week. He works a heck of a lot, and I know there's lots of people out there that do that. He does, and that is part of the blessing that I get to spend with my kids because he works like that and the job that he has, and that is great and wonderful and okay, but I'm tired and I don't get a break or a rest or some me time or to go shopping at Target and Starbucks when my hubby gets home at 5 o'clock. It just isn't like that for me, okay? I don't have a time to time out. Maybe I will in a season on down the road, but I really doubt it because he wants to have more children, and I can never say no to more children because I would have 50 children if I thought that my body would not laugh at me and say, you're flipping crazy, I'm not doing that. So, I could never say no to more children because I love them in every single stage. I love it. I love them, and each individual child I love so much and so differently and appreciate their different personalities, and I love them. I love raising children. I say this all the time to anybody who will listen to me. When other people were growing up and they were saying, I want to be a firefighter, I want to be a nurse or a doctor or a lawyer, I was saying, I want to be a mama. Like, that's what I want. I want to be a mama. And that's what I am, and I love it. But sometimes it drives me stir crazy, and it drives me crazy to not have a me moment, and it drives me even more crazy to never ever sleep and have rest, and it drives me crazy to feel like I'm stuck because, I don't go out much. I told you guys my husband sold his truck and we haven't bought another one since then. And we're having issues with the car, the vehicle that we do have. We have a Yukon and it fits all of us and it's wonderful, but we're having issues with it. And it's hard, if I want the car, then I have to take my husband to work and then I can have the vehicle for the day and then I have to go back and pick him up. It's hard to do that with 3 children and drag them all around. It's fine. It's not the worst thing in the world. I know tons of people who run off of one vehicle, and it's really not that bad for us. But it does get a little bit difficult. Also, I don't like to go out with all of them by myself because I don't trust my little 120-pound body to be able to touch all three of my children, sometimes four at the same time, to protect them, because it's rough out there. And even in the best areas, there are very smart people who target little mamas who are by themselves with multiple children, and that's just the way it is. You have to kind of be careful about those things, and that's a whole other video for a whole nother day. I know it from experience, and I know it from seeing it happen to somebody else. It happens, and that scares me, so I don't like to go out with them by myself. If it's a store where I can't fit all of them in a buggy, you know, like those boat buggies with the 2 seats, and then it's connected, the 2 chairs are like connected to the regular size buggy, and then you have the little seat for in the regular size buggy. I can fit all my children in there, and I can hold them. You know what I mean? If it's not a huge store that has one of those, then I don't really like to go places with them by myself very often. I mean, I have to on some occasions, of course, because like I said, I'm by myself most of the time, but I don't like to do it. So it's a struggle. And seasons like this season, where on the one hand I love it because it's cold, and I love the cold because you get bundled up, you can wear layers. It's the best fashion seasons, right? Because you can wear so many layers and they're so cute, and hello boots, like that's what I live in, and fuzzy socks and comfy sweaters and all of the things, and I love it on that hand. But then on the other hand, it's gray and it's cold, so you just want to stay inside, and it's been raining a lot, and it's just yucky, and it makes me feel yucky, and I'm stuck inside of these wonderful 4 walls that we have been blessed with to live here. We don't own this house, we do rent it, but you know, we've been blessed to find this house and live in it, and we love our neighborhood. We've lived here for years, and you know, we'll continue to live here as long as they want to let us. We love our landlords, we love them, they're amazing, precious people, and we're blessed. But holy moly, it's not always perfect, and you're not always going to feel like it's perfect. You know what I mean? And I don't always feel like it's perfect. Sometimes it's a struggle, and I've been struggling. I'm struggling because I am lonely, and I feel lonely. I don't have a lot of friends. I'm not the most social person because I don't like to insert myself into people's lives. I'm not that kind of a person. Um, I mean, I can be an outgoing person. I'm secretly an introvert. I'm what they call, and you can Google this, I'm totally not making it up, but I am an extroverted introvert. So it appears I'm extroverted. I can talk your head off. Probably because if I see an adult over the age of 10, I'm going to babble on and on, because you're the only adult conversation I might have had in weeks other than my husband. And so I might talk your ear off. And I might seem like I'm outgoing, but really I hate crowds. I would rather stay home than go anywhere. I don't want to go to social events. They make me nervous. I have anxiety about meeting large groups of new people. I don't really enjoy it. I might enjoy it once I get out there, but really, secretly, I don't really like it. I despise being the center of attention. I hate being in the spotlight. And, you know, I'm pretty much an introvert, but I disguise myself as an extrovert, and I can if necessary. Um, but anyway, I'm not that great at making a lot of friends, and there aren't very many prospects around here in my house. So, you know, I'm not saying I'm housebound. I do get out. We go to church. I get out and go to stores and do things and run errands, and I get out. But my point is that I'm home more often than not. This is my children's home. It's my children's school. So we're here quite a bit. I am trying to make my shop successful. I don't always put the time and effort that I need to into it because I don't have a lot of time. But I am trying to make it successful, and it's growing. It's taking a long time, and it took a long time to get off the ground. I think it took about a year and a half for me to actually get some momentum going. But I have things that I love to create, and I love to make them, and I'm trying to get that going and keep up the momentum and make it grow. But I don't always have a lot of time for it. You know, Alaric is at the stage where he's crawling around and getting to everything, making a mess. And the boys make a mess and he makes a mess and everything's always a mess and chaos. And I feel like I start each day trying to make my house look clean and presentable and nice, and it is torn apart every 2 seconds by these children who are banshees. I mean, what is going on? I clean the room, I walk into the other room, it is completely torn apart. I make them clean up the mess. They don't clean it good. They're 7, 3, and not quite 1. They're not going to clean as good as it needs to be cleaned. They will pick up their toys. Tristan even vacuums, but does he vacuum correctly? Heck no. Really, the sole purpose of him vacuuming is to teach him to clean up after himself. That's pretty much it. He's not going to do it all right. And so I have to go behind them and clean it again. So yes, I do make my children do chores and clean up after themselves, but they're not going to do it that well. When they spill the entire glass of orange juice or apple juice all over the floor and they wipe it up, I'm going to have to mop because it's not wiped up. There's splatters of it everywhere, and they're not going to get it all up correctly. When you step on it, your foot's still going to stick to the floor because he's 3. He's not going to mop it up correctly. So you see what I mean? Like, I just feel like I'm running in circles and circles and circles and circles, and every day runs into the next, and I'm never getting anything done. And it makes you feel defeated and hopeless and blah. Blah. Just blah. You know? I don't have that best friend movie moment with, a woman that's around my age who I can call and talk to about these things. Like, I don't have that. I've trusted a lot of people in the past, and it didn't turn out very well. You know, it really didn't. It hasn't turned out well for me. I had a really, really good friend here on YouTube, and it didn't go well. I trusted that person with a lot. I trusted that person with things that I had never told anyone. I had never even told my husband some of the secrets that I shared with her, secrets I was terrified to share with anybody. I trusted her like she was a big sister to me. That's how I treated her. I let her in my home. I let her in my life. I let her in my kids' life. It was all about it, and I felt like she was family, and there was a lot of dishonesty there. There was a lot of things that were said about me to other people that were completely untrue and very heartbreaking, earth-shattering, hurtful things that were said about me, said about other people to me that gave me the clue that it probably wasn't going too well. Like, she was probably not being honest about very many things, and I started freaking out because it just wasn't like, what do you mean? I trusted, and I tell myself not to do that, and I did, and whatever, you live and learn. But I don't want to be that person who doesn't trust a lot of people or let people into my life. But I have been burned and I've been hurt a lot. At church, it's hard for me because I'm the pastor's daughter, so anything I say, I'm the pastor's kid. It reflects on my dad, no matter how old I am or how many kids I have or how long I've been married and on my own. It doesn't matter because he's still the pastor and I'm still the pastor's kid. So being close to anybody there is very difficult. But between church and home, that's the majority of my time. That's where I meet people. I don't have the support of my husband being home to be with my kids, to go out and meet other friends or be in a mom's group or self-care or any of those things that helps you meet good quality friendships. I just don't have that opportunity right now. And so it's hard. It's really hard. But I had a friend at church, and against all of my better judgment, I did let her in, and I told her things, and I went through the hardest part of my entire life. The hardest thing, one of the hardest moments I've ever had to go through. Mine and Joshua's marriage was in jeopardy. It was pretty much done, and I let this person in, and they were nowhere to be found. I had cultivated what I thought was a meaningful friendship with this person, and when I was going through the hardest parts of my life, they weren't there. I was pregnant with Alaric. I was 7 months pregnant, something like that. 8 months pregnant. something like that. 7 months, I don't know, 6 months, 7 months, something. I don't know. I was pregnant. I don't know what to tell you. I was pregnant with a Lark, and I was going through all of these things, and I was going through them by myself, and this person was nowhere to be found. And then, afterwards, when I was like, okay, I'm going to back off from this friendship because she's obviously not going to be there, a lot of things that I had said were twisted and turned, and told to my family that I was saying bad things about them, and just all these different things that were said about me that, again, like, what the heck? I don't understand. Like, why do people have to be this way? Why can't they be genuine? Why can people not just be who they say they are? And when you trust them, it's okay. You can breathe a sigh of relief because they're not going to hurt you. And I've been hurt a lot by a lot of different people. And so I'm kind of closed off when it comes to that. Because I haven't had good experiences, so it can be lonely, and I can feel bluesy, and I can feel like, dang it, I'm never gonna get anything done. My house is still a wreck, even though I've cleaned it 50,000 times today, and the laundry's never gonna get finished, and I'm never gonna get any sleep, and I'm always gonna have to worry about dinner every single night, and I hate choosing, and I really hate cooking, but I do it anyway because my husband works so hard. Honestly, he would love to come home and cook, but he doesn't have the opportunity most of the time. So, you know, I my kids are going to drive me bonkers, and I'm going to love them anyway. And we might not get all the homeschooling things that I checked on my list to check off my list. And, the house may be crazy, and my junk journal may take double time to finish when I really want to put out like 5 journals, and I might only get one out in the time frame I was hoping to get multiples. And things might be progressing slower than I expect it to. But I feel like if I don't talk through the struggle and I don't talk to you guys, then you don't know that it's okay for you to struggle too. I know that I put up a video about me having a rough day, and I put up another video that said it's okay to not be okay. But you guys, it's okay to still not be okay. It's okay to have that talk or watch that video where someone's being a motivational speaker to you in your living room, and then you wake up the next morning and you still don't feel okay. It's not fixing itself. Things don't snap out of it overnight, and you might not be taking that staged selfie with all your children smiling in a row and your house is immaculate. Your crap might all be pushed to the corner of the room, and the camera's pointing in the only clean spot in your entire house. And you know what? It's okay. That's fine. Honestly, my Instagram pictures usually look like you can totally see the crap in the corners of the camera. There's usually something spilled, or toys in the corner, or someone's shoes or clothes that they've stripped off for the 50th time when they always want to be in their underwear. And you're like, why, children? Why can you not be clothed all the time? It happens, and it's all right. It's okay not to feel like Mother of the Year every day, because I promise you're a heck of a lot better mother than you think you are, especially if you're worrying over it so hard. If you're worrying over how good of a mother you are, you're probably a whole lot better one than you give yourself credit for. And the same is for a wife and whatever else. I was watching this person his YouTube channel that did Vlogmas, and I was really glad that she did Vlogmas because I feel like it showed an insider view of herself that she doesn't show very often, and I feel like it was a good thing. And me and this person, we haven't had the best of history, but I bear no ill will towards her whatsoever. I hope that she has a wonderful life. I wish her all the best. And I still watch her channel. I support her channel and watch her channel. I would never do anything negative towards her at all because, first of all, I'm not that person at all, but that's just not the place I am. I don't feel that way. But anyway, this person was talking about struggling, and they broke down, had an emotional moment about struggles, and yeah, I feel ya. I do. I feel ya. I'm with ya, and you don't have to feel like that. You don't have to feel like it's not okay to be on camera struggling and apologize for it later, because that's what people need to see. You guys need to see this. You need to see Mama needs coffee, because she does. You need to see me with my knees propped up and hugging them because I'm like, dear God, I just need to get through the day. You need to see these things because that's real life. And that even though there's so many people posting all of these different things and updates about their life that look so glamorous and perfect. It's okay to not be that, and it's fine. It's fine to also post something completely genuine and real. And I know I'm talking so long, and this is going to be a 30-minute video, so if you've clicked out by now, I really don't blame you, but I don't mean to talk your ear off, but, you know, I want to be there for you guys. I want to be there when you don't feel like you're good enough. I want to be there to say, yes, mama, you are. I want to be there and say, I've been there too. This is what I've gone through. You know, this is how I have felt, and this is how I got through it, and this is what I prayed to pick myself up and go back out there and face another day. I want to be there. So please leave your comments down below. I'm happy to talk to you guys. If you don't feel like you can leave it in a comment, I'll leave my email address. If I forget to leave my email address, as I often do, then please tell me in the comments I need your email, and I'll let you know what it is. It's ashleyljjohnson1739@gmail.com. That's what it is. But if you forget, I can leave it for you. It's fine. I want to spread positivity and encouragement. And I want to stop the feeling of inadequacy and the feeling that we have to live up to this imaginary thing that doesn't exist. So, thank you guys for watching and listening to my struggle bus moment. I do feel a lot better now that I got all of that out, because I'm just having a few blah days. I'm feeling a little overwhelmed. I'm trying to get a lot done, and I feel like none of it's getting done. And I put a lot of pressure on myself. And with that being said, I think that my kid's awake again when he shouldn't be. He should totally be asleep, because he's only been asleep for as long as I've been filming this video. But I hope that you guys have a wonderful day. I'm hoping that you're enjoying Vlogmas. I know that it's supposed to be this light and cheery moment, but I'm just being real with you guys, and I hope that you can appreciate that. But still super excited for Christmas and all of the videos that I'm going to be putting out. I'm going to share what I got my kids for Christmas. I'm going to share that. I'm going to do like some wrapping and things in some of the vlogs, and share that with you as well. And hopefully you'll enjoy these videos that are coming up to finish out Vlogmas. Thank you guys so much for watching. I appreciate each and every one of you, and I will see you guys in the next video.